When was the last time you saw Kate Vine?
It was last Thursday in the college library.
Detective Inspector Jenks. I believe that Kate Vine was a student at Atlas.
Kate Vine. All of this has been thoroughly investigated, Inspector. It was suicide.
Scrying goes back centuries. You lose yourself in your unconscious and you get dragged down to the bottom.
Welcome to this Senior Detectives Podcast, a cozy corner to talk about mysteries of all kinds. I'm Hannah.
And I am Lauren. Today we will be covering Contradiction, a 2015 full-motion video game developed by Baggy Cat. Contradiction is a unique adventure/murder mystery game that uses live-action video for the entirety of gameplay. The player takes control of Detective Jenks while he investigates a death in the small village of Edenton. All you have to do is interview characters, spot their lies, and catch them out.
Yeah, we are going to be specifically talking about and kind of referencing Jesse Cox and Dodger's playthrough, but this is a fairly linear game.
Mm-hmm.
You can only go hour by hour. It's broken up into chapters by hour, and you only have so much information at a time. So anybody who plays the game is going to go roughly in this sort of order.
Yeah, I guess I mostly in the outline just put what happens, but they have theories that compound on each other throughout the entire thing. So I'm sure we'll reference those.
Yes.
This game is so campy and whimsical and just so much fun.
It really is. It's so silly. And I feel like it kind of comes through that the cast really had fun making this.
Yeah.
Everybody is overacting in a really fun, camp way.
It's so good.
It's very Clue. The acting reminds me a lot of the camp in Clue.
Yes.
Everybody is just okay, that guy is just obviously evil somehow.
Yeah. Imagine a local theater production brought into a video game.
Yeah. I would say I think the main character is the campiest character,
yes.
The one that we are playing as.
He plays it up so hard.
A lot. There's a couple moments where it's comically campy and it's so good. But yeah, just in general, if you're not familiar with a full motion video game, there's a few of them out there where it kind of, they go through and film everything like a movie, all the scenes, all the lines, all the reactions. And you can control where this man is walking around this village and talk to people. And it's just like you're watching two real people have a conversation, but you're choosing when and what to ask them about and then how to try and catch them in their lives, which is the main puzzle element of the game.
Yeah, it's really cool. Just so unique. Even going from area to area, it'll have a shot and it'll have writing on the picture, although I think it is video because I think some stuff moves, and it's the same in each area. So it's not, I don't know how to describe this game. It's really cool.
When you're moving throughout the map, there is you'll open your map and there's a hand-drawn kind of map that you're operating on, but you can click where you want the character to go, and then you'll get a shot of him walking there, or it'll be a shot of the next fork in the road, and it's just a static shot, and writing is on the screen and you can choose which way you want to go, and it's really immersive in that way. You really feel your way around this village by the end of this, and I don't know, brings to life this village and these people and the little small town village England murder mystery kind of concept. It's fun.
And the work that would have had to gone into it. I mean, I know a lot of work goes into every video game, but they had to do this stuff in real life too, get all of those shots in real life. So I just think it's really cool.
It is. Yeah, it's really fun. So we meet Detective Inspector Frederick Jinks, which I'm sorry, the name Jinks is like just a campy detective name. It's so good.
Jenks.
And he's been assigned to the case of Kate Vine, which is a PhD student that was found drowned by a lake in this small town.
Edenton.
Was it accidental?
Yeah, it's so unrealistic. He has until midnight to decide if it was an accident, suicide, or murder. And so all of these people are up until midnight answering his questions. But, so the backstory on Kate is that everyone calls her a free spirit. She was just so free, but she had a history of depression and alcoholism. And there were high levels of alcohol in her bloodstream at the time of her death, along with traces of morphine. So there were no witnesses to the crime. And her driver's license was found on the opposite side of the lake.
So when you get her driver's license as a piece of evidence, there's a big like piece of tape across it. And it's like, it's like washi tape kind of tape. It has like a pattern on it, like polka dots, I think. Yeah. It's just really distinctive tape, which is notable because we do find that tape in a couple of other places. And it's like,
they were like, the tape.
I'm pretty sure this means they murdered her. That one piece of evidence is kind of all you need.
Yeah.
So that's like the first thing you really kind of walk around asking people about is her driver's license. And then we start meeting everyone in the village.
Turns out she was going to something called Atlas. It is a company for life skills training. It's like they put on a course for students. It's run by two of the people that you meet. It's a father-son duo named Paul and Ryan Rand. Ryan is married to Rebecca, who's the landlady of the local pub, who you also question. It's called the George and Dragon,
which is fun.
Yeah.
English pub names are all great.
Yeah.
They get real silly with it sometimes.
Yeah. And they are all like Paul and Ryan. They're the ones that you talk to and you're like, they're evil.
These are the villains. So Ryan is the son and he's probably late 40s, somewhere in his 40s somewhere. And he acts like he's like an 80s movie villain.
It's so good.
And then his dad, who's, probably in his like 70s or so, acts like comically creepy. Like he ends like every line he says with just like the creepiest grin you've ever seen in your life. This man is unsettling.
Yeah.
And Rebecca's like very no nonsense.
She seems very normal.
Right. And they almost immediately are like, Rebecca killed her. Rebecca killed her. This is the one.
They make up very ludicrous situations in which Rebecca would have killed her, but they immediately are like, it's her.
Yeah.
We also meet Kate's friend, Emma Bowman, who was also seeking a PhD, so they know each other from school. She is very shocked and upset by this news that her friend has died. She says friend. I think it's kind of loose friends. They're like hang out sometimes, but they're not like besties,
Right. They went to school together. They are aware of each other and I think have hung out a few times, but like nothing serious.
She said that she had not seen Kate that night, the night that she died, but that her boyfriend, Simon, who I think is my favorite character, had, because he also went to the Atlas meetings.
Yeah. So as you like interview people, you get a list of things that you've talked to them about. And then you can go to other people and ask them about those things as well. So you can kind of cross-check information and try and catch people in contradictions.
Same job.
And yeah, I think one of the earlier things you can ask Simon about is the fact that there's like a bike outside the building leaned on the outside of his house. And Jinx is like, is that your bike out there? And then he's like, yeah, I ride it around the village to get around. And he's like, okay. And then he asks everyone else about this bike.
Everyone about the bike.
And they're like, I guess he has a bike. I don't.
The bike does come back, but it's silly.
It's really silly. Convinced
Yeah.
like, oh, this is gonna tie the whole thing together. The bike.
The driver's license too. We ask every single person about the driver's license, and everyone's like, "Nope, haven't seen it." We're just like, why are we asking about it?
Because why would they have? Rebecca's really the only person who would have any reason to have seen Kate's license because she tends bar.
Yeah.
So maybe she got like ID'd.
These are PhD students. I don't think she's checking their IDs. Yeah.
No, like my friends and family have not seen my driver's license recently. Like it's just really, it's funny.
Someone's going to be like, oh yeah, I saw that. I killed her. Yeah.
Yeah. When I threw her body in the lake, I actually saw that on the ground and threw it across the lake.
Anyways. Yeah. So it's really cool that you can go back through conversations and it will like summarize what someone has said to you. So you have to pick between the summaries to try to catch them in the lie. And if you get it right, it'll like flash green and it's an exciting moment. And then you can like confront them about it. And they will have to be like, oh, I didn't, whoa.
Yeah, Jinx's general attitude when he catches someone in a lie is he's either acting like, aha, or he acts like a disappointed dad. And he's like, you said this.
Now.
But this is the truth. Now, what do you feel about that? What do you have to say about that? Like, the acting is so good. It's so funny.
Yeah. So
we go back to the crime scene, which is kind of like a little tiny dock that goes out into the lake. And in between the board slats on that dock, we find like a bird pendant kind of wedged into the wood. And it turns out it's part of a freedom necklace that Emma had given her.
Yeah, it felt very BioShock Infinite.
It did. It's a bird
necklace.
in a cage.
Yeah. And we use that information that like Emma and Kate are such close friends that she had literally given her a necklace to prove that Simon knew Kate longer than he let on. Like that's our very first, I don't know if it's our first one, but it's one of the first like contradictions we make. Cause he's like, oh, I didn't even really know her. I just met her that Friday, but he has like, he's known her since college. So why are you lying?
A long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody in this game is pretty shifty for various reasons. So we keep it kind of exploring the village and you go behind the pub and you find that there's a broken window back there taped up with the same tape on Kate's license, which really supported the Rebecca theory.
You know what you cannot ask anybody about though?
The tape.
The fact that the tape matches.
The tape matching. It irks me. I think it's on purpose, but like the fact that you can't be like, hello, it kind of would undermine the entire rest of the game, I think, if you could just straight up ask about that.
You have to let it go. You can ask about the window, but you just can't ask
the
about
license, but the tape is not an option.
Yeah. And then you also find in like their back shed a box labeled Atlas, which contains paper mache masks, one of which has like it's like a circle with two moons on it, symbol on the front of it. And they are creepy as fuck.
Not a fan.
What are you doing with this?
What? Kind of the question the whole game. What are y'all doing? What are we
doing? Yeah.
We go ask Rebecca again, and she says that Kate was really moody and had like emotional problems, was drinking a lot. She'd seen her on Friday in the pub, and she said that Kate just left an extra 20 pounds on the bar, presumably for the broken window, after she argued with another woman outside earlier that night.
So from there, they go into, there's like a woods area where you can go down to where the body was found. You can go to like this clearing and you can like walk up to Atlas through there. And every hour they go back through the woods to see if anything changed. And sometimes there's weird shit going on in the woods.
Don't think I would walk through these woods alone. No. Even though they look perfectly fine. It's probably like maybe a quarter mile, half mile walk from like the main village to like the Atlas house through this like perfectly like maintained woodland path, but like shit's going down in these woods every time.
Every time. Yeah. So the first time, there's a man sitting by the lake smoking like weed.
Yeah.
And he claims to have known Kate and that he lives in the farmhouse, but he runs. Like, I mean, we're a cop, right?
This man books it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even Jinx is like, man, I'm not
It's okay.
here for that. Like, I just want to talk to you. But this man books it home.
Yeah.
We also book it to his home. And
we just follow him right back to his house.
yeah, immediately I imagine we're just walking right behind him.
Yeah.
I think James might be my favorite
That's
character. He's just eccentric and I love him for it.
Yeah.
So we meet this man named James. He did not socialize with Kate. He's aware of her, like kind of friends of friends kind of thing. We also find he has a little greenhouse that we explore before talking to him, and we find some plants in there. They're not clearly not weed, but like we ask him about it, and he says he uses it to make herbal tea and that he trades that herbal tea for Simon's homebrewed beer.
So both of these boys are just yeah. James is also a very fun character because he, I think, is also going for the creep factor, but he's a lot younger. Like, I don't think he's inherently creepy, but he really plays it up, and he like will chuckle like so funny.
He really went into this murder investigation being like, what if I was suspicious as possible, or like as weird as I could possibly be?
Yeah.
While still being innocent. So he also makes scrying mirrors. We found like framed mirrors in his greenhouse that had been painted black. So just in general, like this man is maybe up to something, but like he pretty much won't tell us anything right out the bat, like about Kate or anything. He pretends not to know anything about anything.
Yeah.
So we have to go ask
and
everybody
then we get some crazy
about
stuff out of him later on.
Yeah. And immediately upon asking other people about James, they're like, oh, he's a fucking weirdo.
He's weird.
He's crazy. They're like, everybody else is like, oh yeah, he thinks aliens are controlling the government. I don't really listen to anything he says.
Yeah. So Emma says that James actually sells black mirrors at a market. And he was doing that the Friday that Kate died. And Kate had bought one in the past. I don't think she had done it at that point, but she was into it as well. So based on the fact that she said that she was here that last Friday, we catch her in a lie. And she admits that she was actually the one that was arguing with Kate outside the pub.
Busted.
This information is real messy.
Juicy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, so Kate was planning on blackmailing Ryan, who's married to Rebecca, because Ryan and Emma were having an affair, and Emma didn't want Simon to find out. And Kate, just jumped right in the middle of all of that.
She really said, I am going to use this to my advantage. Here's the thing. We never tell Simon. We hardly get on to Emma or ask her about a bunch of things that I feel like we should, considering she was sleeping with Ryan. Like,
yeah, Jinx and just the writing of the game play all this off very like without judgment.
Yeah.
Jinx is just like, listen, I don't care about your personal affairs. I just need to know she was blackmailing you. You guys argued and now she's dead. So. But in regards to like everybody cheating on everybody.
Right. We don't go around spreading it or anything, which I do.
No.
I do like. There are some things that happen with Ryan later on that we don't ask Emma about, which I do find annoying.
Yeah. So every time you find like a big revelation or get a big contradiction with big juicy information that kind of changes the whole story is when the like transition screen in the next hour progresses and we're one step closer to midnight.
Yeah. It's like the cliffhanger. Oh, we progressed. Oh, it's exciting.
It's not dissimilar to kind of the structure of Until Dawn.
Yes.
Setup.
Yeah.
With the hours.
Yeah. Very different games.
Yeah.
So we finally meet Ryan at the Atlas building. He admits that he was at the pub around the same time that Kate was there. And then he saw her also later at the Friday night Atlas meeting where Kate was. drunk. That's what everybody says about her is she's drunk all the time.
She drinking. Number one thing to know. So on our next little jaunt through the woods, we find a man carving something into a tree, and Jinx tells him off for like defacing public property, and they have a little standoff. It's a whole thing. It's very campy and dramatic.
Yeah.
And then you look at what's carved onto the tree, and it's the sign language for I love you. It's not even, they didn't even do like the horns where the like
they didn't do the rock and roll thing. I remember looking at that, I'm like, did they make a mistake? Because that means I love you. But they say it's like a satanic thing in the game.
Yeah. They're like, oh, it means devil worship or something. Yeah. Yeah. As soon as they show the symbol on the screen, Jesse and Dodger just like burst into laughter because it's like, it's very silly.
Oh. But he's a dick. Like,
yeah, this dude.
He's so mean and disrespectful to Jenks. It's bad. Don't like it.
And we also come across another man in the woods who doesn't, I think, ever show up again.
Nope. It's his only scene.
It's somebody's brother that they're like, hey, do you want
to be an extra?
But he's literally just like in the middle of the woods, sitting down on the path, drinking.
Drunk.
Not on a bench, not like overlooking the lake, just literally plopped down and started drinking. We talked to him for a little bit and he's fine. And he says, oh, another kid about the same age died last year. He drowned as well. And this guy says that Atlas had something to do with it. So now we have connections.
I mean, 2 years in a row, kids are drowning.
Yeah. Same age, both associated with Atlas, same method of death. They both drowned. It's funky.
Very suspicious. Yes. I do think when I watched it the first time, I was like, is this a Hot Fuzz kind of situation? Like the whole town is in on it and killing off these people. These undesirables.
What if everybody was in on it and James is the only sane one? He's otherwise crazy. But that's how that goes.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So we find out more about this kid, and his name was Liam Rogers. He was in a band called Blackstone. Yeah. And I can't remember who we ask about Liam, but it's one of my favorite Jinx responses in the whole game, because he's like, well, what do you know about Liam? And they are like, Liam who? And he goes, Liam who died.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Oh, it makes me laugh so hard. I always forget about it, and then every time he says it kills me. Liam who died.
So we figure out that the 3-finger, the I love you, actually represents, it is an Atlas thing. It represents the 3 freedoms is what they call it. It's getting past your fear of failure, getting past guilt, and getting past self-doubt. Free to be free is what they say. And Ryan admits to this motto, but he totally lies about the symbol. He's like, that's just something that the kids took on. He's a big poo-poo
They
head.
made it up. I didn't have anything to do with
also
it.
Also, like the idea of they're basically like, in order to be a success in business, you cannot have a moral compass. You cannot feel guilty about anything ever.
I mean, I guess like if you're trying to be like capitalism queen, then yeah, you don't have any sort of moral compass or guilt at all. But you find out that like, since that's what they've been teaching these people, these kids, like that's why
carving into trees. Yeah.
Probably like why Kate was trying to blackmail people. Like this kid in the woods was threatening Jinx. Like they're not only saying like, oh, like if you want to be successful in business, you need to be ruthless. They're saying like they make them practice these things and like go out and steal shit and just like fully break the law.
It's rough.
And to like push past their own limits of like guilt and fear. And it's like, okay.
So we find out what his herbs are.
James's house.
Yeah.
We find a secret second greenhouse and a bag of mint, and he calls it magic mint or salvia divinorum, which they say that so much in this game.
They do. Salvia
Divinorum. which is kind of like a hallucinogenic.
I feel like on one of our family trips recently, there was like a mint plant and it started with salvia. And you were like, salvia de Menard.
It's locked in my brain. So yeah, this is what he's growing and trading to Simon, and apparently also gave some to Liam before he died.
James, like, he is convinced that Liam did not kill himself. And this is when it comes out that he thinks
is juicy. Yeah.
that it is a straight up a cult operating in the village under a different name. So like Atlas used to be called Third Eye, but since Liam died, they rebranded to become Atlas. And he's like, they're the same thing. It's a cult. They murdered him. They murdered Kate.
Yeah, Liam was gonna talk, so they shut him up. He claims they would wipe these students' personalities using like brainwashing, ECT, which I don't know what even is ECT. I don't know what that is.
You look it up. I don't know either.
And hard drugs, and that they basically would like mind control these people and turn them into slaves to sell on the black market. And James is like, yeah, I broke them up. I got rid of Third Eye, but I'm pretty sure Atlas is the same people. So
yeah, he had put up flyers around town about all of this and Third Eye and basically ruined their reputation, or at least got people talking about it. But mostly what the people were talking about is how James is crazy.
Yeah. It is electroconvulsive therapy is what that is.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Brainwashing tactic.
Yeah, that's how you stop being gay. So
right, yes. Super works.
Yeah.
It's on,
legit. So yeah, we immediately book it over to Ryan and are like, so Atlas is Third Eye, right? And he confesses to that.
Yes.
He said they were worried about public opinion, rebranded, but denies everything
James
else.
Is crazy.
But James is crazy. Yeah, like, we don't do that. We're just trying to make people free to be free.
Make them super good at business.
Do whatever the fuck you want.
So that brings us to 8:00, where we finally meet Paul, Ryan's father, Paul Rand.
Yeah.
In his home, where he's in this like throne of a chair. Like he should have a fucking evil cat on his lap that he's stroking.
Yeah. Like, we'll have to put in a clip of this man, because every line read he does, the camera sticks on him like a little too long, and he does like such an evil smirk. Just like, it's comically evil. He's creepy.
Yeah.
He's so weird. Okay, so
he's creepy in not just like a, oh, he's evil kind of way, but in like a, you wouldn't want your daughter to be around him kind of way.
Yeah. He claims that he's not involved with Atlas anymore, and that he does remember Liam coming to the Third Eye meeting and being drunk the night he died. He says guilt has no place in business. And while we're talking to him, the door just sort of opens up on its own.
Where's the explanation for that? Because they never talk about it.
No. I mean, I guess my own headcanon is just it's Liam and Kate haunting these people.
Are haunting.
Which I love.
I hope so.
I hope so.
They deserve it. Yeah. Back in Atlas in the kitchen, we find a DVD, old school like DVD thing where it like moves across the TV. And on it is a video of Ryan giving a speech about Atlas. All the same shit, like freedom from common morality, not feeling guilty for ambition, etc., etc. But then on a separate DVD, someone is pickpocketing wallets during the speech.
Yeah.
And for a while, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Hello? After finding that, Jinx goes to approach the Atlas meeting that's happening tonight. And he opens the door, and they are sitting in a circle, all with creepy masks on in a
with
dark
the
room.
Paper mache mask.
And Ryan is walking around telling them to free themselves. There's a fire in the middle of them, like a little fire in like a can. And one of the girls throws a string doll into the fire. And at first you think like, oh, Jinx is just going to spy. But he like looks for a minute.
He fully walks
He just
in.
busts in and is like, so what do we do? What's going on here?
And Ryan is like, no, you need to go. Sorry, my phone is ringing.
Okay.
So Ryan tells him, you need to get out. Like, this is private. I mean, what the fuck are they doing? They're like, are doing some full-on satanic cult bullshit.
Right. The fact that Jinx doesn't like demand an explanation of like, so what the fuck is this?
Yeah. And he does leave, and you cannot see Ryan for the rest of that hour because he's in the meeting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
But on our way out, we find like a key fob on the ground, and we realize it's for Ryan's car / garage, and
Which we fully break into.
Immediately go snoop on all his stuff and find that he has a guitar collection in his garage. Something new to ask people about.
We're like, why does this matter?
Right. Why? Okay. So the man has
But you
that's a
can
very
ask
normal
everyone about it.
thing. And once again, we literally interrogate the whole village. Did you know he has guitars? What?
So we go and we talk to Simon, who, by the way, I think he's my favorite because you know how you said whenever Jenks will like call someone out on a contradiction, sometimes he'll be like the disappointed dad. Simon reacts like a son that has disappointed his father. He's like, oh, well, yeah, I did lie. I'm sorry.
Yeah, everybody else like either fully embraces the fact they lied or just acts kind of like shifty. But yeah, Simon just acts like, sorry.
The kid that got caught.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, so he says that within the course, you can hypnotize yourself, like self-hypnosis, by looking into a mirror and repeating a phrase or just closing your eyes and trying to put yourself in this frame of mind, which is basically scrying.
Mm-hmm.
Emma's like, yeah, Kate was super into it. And then from James, we learned that it can actually be done in a body of water. So
Interesting. Paul claims it's impossible to force someone into it. They have to be very voluntarily entering that headspace in order to successfly do it.
But I would argue that if you manipulate someone into getting to the right headspace, you're basically forcing them.
Right. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
We are able to catch Emma in a lie here because she reveals to us that she was in a band called Blackstone, which Liam was in, but she previously told us she had no relations with him, didn't know him.
Big thing to lie about. You were the lead singer in his band?
Right. And then she proceeds to claim I was out of town the night he died. I wasn't even in town, which is like, we pretty quickly catch her as that's a lie too. And it's like, why would you lie about, like,
why are you doing this?
We know, we're going to figure that out.
Again, walking through the woods, because we do this once every hour. This time, somebody jumps Jenks. They put a bag over his head, steal the DVD of the person pickpocketing pockets, and then they fully get away without Jenks ever knowing who it was.
Right. But the bag they used to cover his head was left behind, and it's for like a costumes shop, which a couple of people have mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So we're able to kind of go interview them about that and ask. And Paul at least thinks that it was Jason, who is the cleaner at Atlas.
Yeah.
That he was trying to get it back for the good of the group.
Is Jason the one that was carving the symbol into the tree?
I think
also.
So, yes.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, okay. He's Bad News Bears.
Yeah. Little punk.
Little punk.
And apparently the man in the video is Paul.
He says it was a teaching demonstration, like as part of the whole do bad things and don't feel guilty about it thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he had done it on the night that Liam had died.
Right. And his whole thing is like, yeah, I pickpocketed all those people just to prove that I could and to the students, but it doesn't matter because I gave them their wallets back. A, then like, what was the point? And B,
yeah. Yeah.
like, okay, that doesn't change the fact that you did it.
Yeah. It's weird. They're a weird group.
Mm-hmm. And Rebecca like tells us pretty shortly after this, Paul likes to throw big parties with the students.
No.
Hate that. No. Yeah.
Especially the
This is when
female.
his creep factor like kind of skyrockets up
They go there. They do. Yeah. So Emma admits that she had gone to a third eye meeting, or not just a third. I think she was actively in third eye. She says that she only went to one Atlas meeting, but she was in third eye, which is where she met Ryan. And she says straight up, yeah, they would have us do nasty, horrible things to other people just to prove that we could do it and not feel guilty about it. And so from that, we're basically like, okay, so you did something to Liam the night that he died and you're trying to cover it up. And she bursts into tears.
Yeah.
She's like, yes, I believe that I contributed to him killing himself because she had made fun of his birthmark that night. So it's really sad.
Yeah, I guess he supposedly had a pretty prominent birthmark on his face that most people would just not comment on. And I guess so she's been blaming herself for his death this whole time.
And she had run what she was going to say past Paul and Ryan before doing it. And they like encouraged her. I never suspected Emma.
No, Emma did shady shit, but she very much feels like that character that does shady shit, but isn't up to murdering someone or anything like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
With that information and knowing what we do, we go back to Paul and confront him because Emma had told us that he was the one who had bought her the freedom necklace.
And he's basically like, yeah, I like young women. So sue me. And we're like, okay, that's gross.
Yeah. As it goes on, you're like, maybe James isn't as crazy as I thought.
Maybe James actually
has
his head on right compared to all these people.
Yeah. So Ryan tells us that the students would get costumes from the costume shop to dress up at their final party. And this would allow them to pretend and be whoever they need to be in any given situation.
He's teaching them how to be con artists.
Yeah. It's interesting because like this concept is 100% a real thing. And I think it's why like a lot of cosplayers get into it because it allows them to like kind of become someone else and express themselves in a way that they feel more comfortable because they're kind of hiding their real true self a little bit. And it's just kind of a little bit freeing. So, I mean, there's some validity to this concept, but like they take it and are like, but what if you did that and then committed crime?
Right. So in that same, so it's like a Nancy Drew game because in the storage room behind the pub, there's an area that you can clearly go to, but Jenks is like, it's too dark. I can't go back there. It's too dark. So we have to find a torch,
right?
A flashlight to get back there. And so this hour we do, and we find pictures of a defaced convertible car that reads evil devil worshippers, and it has the same symbol on it as the one cardboard mask that actually we learned Ryan uses. And it was Ryan's car.
All signs.
Ryan is like
Ryan.
all signs point to Ryan, yeah. And I mean, you would suspect James, but apparently it was actually a girl named Lisa Blunt, and she had taken the third eye course last year, and she had wanted a refund for the classes, and when Ryan declined, she vandalized his car. We gotta meet this girl, though. She's not okay.
No. She's going through it. She gives the kind of the whole deal where she says, like, Alice is tricking people. They sign up, and then they put demons inside of you, which is a claim. She says, when you look into a mirror, you can see it. And that she says, I still have mine. I still have my demon. And she has like all of her mirrors covered. And when she has to use one, she like makes sure it's super well lit so she can only see herself and stuff. She is having like hallucinations. Like she's like having a mental break, like a mental crisis at this point.
Like schizophrenia level. Like she needs professional help. But I mean, Atlas totally turned their back on her. They don't give a fuck about her. They were like, oh, she's crazy.
Right.
She was always going to be crazy.
She's just not a good candidate. And just brushed her off. She says she sees dying version of herself. And that is what this demon is, which is horrifying.
It's horrifying.
It reminds me so much of The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, I will not watch it, but I've heard it's really good.
That show is incredible if you can get through it, but it just is one of the scariest things I've ever watched. But I also think about it all the time because that show is like, the whole thing is like this huge metaphor for like mental health and the stages of depression and stuff. It's very well done, but oof, it's rough. That whole concept of like seeing a dying version of yourself and everything, it's so creepy. And then we get another little ghosty moment
The
here.
door swings on its own, and she's like, I gotta go. Sorry.
Girls, at least she was like, bye. I can't be here. Valid.
Yeah. And because of this girl, Atlas instituted what they call an aptitude test. So now they ask people about their medical history before they're allowed to join.
Not a red flag at all.
Basically, like, if this course is going to break you, you can't be in
Not
it.
a red flag at all.
Boo.
Man,
Yeah.
uncovering all the like Atlas layers as they keep coming up off, or it's so fun. I really was invested so heavily in this story.
Yeah. Somebody else died. A girl went crazy.
Is there actually something supernatural happening here, or are people
Right.
just like manipulating these young people, you know, molding them
Mhm.
and capitalizing on their perhaps poor mental health? What's happening?
Or is it both?
There's creepy ghosties around.
Yeah. Fucking Paul. So this is the end of this hour. He says that it is unprofessional to enter relationships with students, even though Kate would flirt with him. And I'm like, bullshit. Bullshit. You bought Emma a necklace.
You
Anyways.
came onto her, yeah.
Yeah. You throw parties with these women. You want them. You just can't get them. Fucking nasty old man. Anyways. He says that Kate knew what she wanted, and she knew how to get it. She was a very manipulative young woman. And I'm like, that sounds like some deflective crap to me.
It's also a completely different take on Kate than what we've heard the whole
Yeah.
rest of the game. Like free
She was
spirit.
flighty.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
just doesn't fit. It's highly suspicious. And I just
That's him being like,
she came on to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I made a pass at her and she was into it, but it was totally her. It wasn't me.
Right. Yeah. No. Sure, Paul.
She knew how to manipulate me into doing stuff with her.
Even
No,
though there's
come
like
on.
a 35-year power dynamic age difference in between us. Like,
And you clearly want these young girls. Yeah.
yeah, he's shady.
Yeah.
So the hour progresses and it's 10 p.m. now. So we're getting there.
Oh my gosh. This is that scene.
This scene is so dramatic. Jinx pops into the pub to talk to Rebecca, and we see Ryan and Rebecca having a discussion. She tells him to tell us about Simon. Simon, up until this point, is like
Simon.
just here. Like he's not really doing anything.
He's just a goofy little kid.
He traded some homebrew for some tea. Like that's it.
Yeah.
But then she slaps this man.
She slaps him across the face. We're like, oh.
Yeah. Oof. We find also a lot of prescription medication here that belongs to Rebecca, which she claims are just painkillers. And they're not even really mine. They're Ryan's for his arthritis.
Mm-hmm. But his dad
Is like, he doesn't have arthritis.
arthritis. His dad totally thinks on
They're
him.
all ratting each other out. It's so like, y'all are so messy.
Yeah. He says that he pulled his back last year and he has a low pain tolerance. So he just keeps getting prescribed these painkillers. And I'm like, that sounds like addiction. Maybe you guys should help him. Just saying.
Yeah. The whole time, Paul sort of has this very disappointed father
Yeah.
response to everything Ryan does or says. Like, I'm smart and did everything correct and I'm a good businessman, but he's kind of an idiot. So I just kind of helped him do his little business thing. I wasn't really involved in
He's
it.
quite narcissistic.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm the best and everyone else sucks. Yeah.
Out for himself, for
Yeah.
sure. So outside of Simon and Emma's, we find a business card that Simon had dropped and a pendant from a keychain. And there's a 4-digit code on the back of the business card. And apparently he dropped this keychain when his friend returned his car keys.
So he has a car and They were
And
like,
not a bike.
oh my God, he has a car. He doesn't need the bike.
Why does he have a bike? That's so suspicious.
Turns out, though, that he owns a car after getting an insurance payout for a laptop that had been stolen from Atlas, but he doesn't even have his license yet, so he can't drive his car. I'm like, who gets a car and doesn't have a license?
I'm always, I think, as an American, surprised by how the amount of Brits that don't have driving licenses.
Everything's so close. There's public transport.
And like, what's it like to live in a country with good public transportation? I can't.
Right.
What is that?
Yeah.
Perfectly plausible reason.
Except for the fact that an insurance payout from a laptop probably wouldn't be enough to get a car, but
Yeah, maybe like a down payment. I don't know.
yeah.
So we confront Ryan about the painkillers, and he does admit to them just being morphine tablets, and that he keeps them at Atlas in a storeroom. And it was the same storeroom that Simon's laptop had been stolen from,
So
and claims that they're in a locked room upstairs.
So we have Simon's code to
Right.
get into the locked room, meaning Simon also had the code.
Mm-hmm.
So very suspicious. And then the inside of this room is crazy. So we go inside of the storeroom. Heavy quotations. It is a labyrinth of mirrors. It's like the funhouse of mirrors with like these very elementary stars everywhere. And when you walk in, there's a creepy speech on repeat and chanting playing from a CD player about reinventing yourself. And we like go turn it off. It's terrible.
It's bizarre. It's a weird place. Clearly some sort of, like get yourself in a certain mental state, go in there, see what happens kind of thing. And Simon admits he and Kate apparently went into that room and took a bunch of morphine in an attempt to outdo each other. What? Man, like I had surgery earlier this year, and they gave me like a bottle of pain meds to take home. And I took them like, I think the first 2 or 3 days I was home from surgery, and then stopped. And like, I didn't really feel the opiate hit with those few days after surgery. But then there was a day like 3 or 4 days later where like my pain just like spiked really high for no reason. And so I was like, I am dying. I have to take one of these. When I tell you that I was high out of my mind on the couch, just like, I have never experienced a high like that. Single opiate, crazy. I can't imagine taking a bunch just to outdo each other. Like, what do you mean? It was a wild, like sensation. It was crazy.
And that's how you get addicted.
Yeah. Except that it like scared me. I was like,
I'm sure. Yeah.
So Simon is finally up to like, sir, what are we doing?
Yeah, so Jenks witnesses some box being dropped off to James's house at the start of the next hour. And they contain poppy pods.
Sir.
Which he denies extracting opium from them or selling them to anyone, but you've got to be fucking kidding.
Right. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, why else do you need them?
What do you mean, James?
I don't believe you. James is so funny to me. I love him.
Yeah.
So we go kind of poke at Simon again here, and he fesses up that he didn't actually take any morphine. Apparently he's allergic to opiates, and that Ryan wanted him to test Kate and see how far she would go to be prime candidate.
Yeah.
I don't know what charge this would be, but like both of them would probably be charged with if she had died
from an overdose or something.
Was this the night she died or a different night?
It wasn't the same night.
I don't think so either. Because they don't mention any sort of like opiates in her toxicology report. So I think like
she has morphine in her.
She did, but like
she did.
Huh.
But I think she got. I forget how that ended up there. She might have gotten, kind of addicted and gone in on her own. Like she had access to the room, but I don't think the test was happening on the same night.
Right. Just the concept of like, we're going to intentionally push this girl to take as many opiates as she is basically willing to. Like, what do you mean? Why are you guys admitting to this? And like, what were you doing? What do you mean prime candidate? It's so culty. Like, I get more and more on James's side.
And Ryan denies it at first. He's like, no. Simon was actually just trying to undermine Kate because he wanted to be prime candidate. And I mean, eventually, that comes out as being untrue. But it's the whole thing is so terrible.
It is. It's really horrible.
Yeah.
And the whole motivation is Paul tells us that prime candidates supposedly, when they finish the course, they immediately get a job. And Atlas also gets a kickback. I don't necessarily understand what kind of job, like where are they getting this job? What's this kickback coming from? Like there's like a bigger organization here. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not really elaborated.
Big organization wants a ruthless business tycoon to come into their hands. And so they're like, yeah, we'll give you some money if you bring us these brainwashed kids. But yeah, they don't elaborate. And then fucking when we're on our way back to Atlas to talk to Ryan again, they're in the wood. Kyle, I guess it isn't Jason. It's a different guy. I think Kyle was the guy with the symbol on the tree. Jason was somebody else. But anyways, the evil, disrespectful guy is making this guy drive a stake through his hand into a tree as part of what he calls a pain threshold test.
That's something.
And they're both mean to Jenks about it. Jenks is like, what are you doing? And even the guy with a literal stake through his hand is like, fuck off.
Yeah. He seems perfectly happy to be there. Like, bizarre. Yeah. We find Ryan's actual car keys. And in his car, we find that he had written a check to Kate for £500.
Yeah.
He claims it was incentive money to stay in the program.
But we hardcore know it's that blackmail money.
Yeah.
For his affair. And I mean, we never confront him about this. We do not contradict him, even though we could.
Yeah, easily.
Because we do not talk to Ryan about his affair. Ever. I found that so weird.
It is strange. Because it just ties into so many other people and suspects, and it provides so many motives, and it's a huge plot point. And it's, I think, strange that we can't look into it, even if it's not the reason.
Yeah.
He then tells us that she was being tested for prime candidacy. He asked Simon to do it, and that Simon pushed too far. So he definitely, again, reshifts the blame onto Simon.
Right. He's like, okay, I did tell him to do it. But it was his fault that he took it too far.
I did provide him feed. I did tell him to do it. I did tell him that I would give him something for doing it.
But it's not my fault.
But like Simon took it too far.
Yeah.
We are in the 12 o'clock hour now.
Here we go.
Yeah. So Paul maintains he has no responsibility for anybody doing anything. And he says they don't use threshold tests on students, which like clearly you do. We
just saw a guy stab his own hand.
Yeah. And you guys are pushing these kids to push past their own fears and thresholds to like conquer guilt and fear and shame. And like, hello, that is literally what you've claimed boldly that you do.
So obviously we contradict it, and he cracks and he's like, okay, look. Kate was worth £50,000 to the company.
Crazy.
So what we do here is we make perfect employees with no morals, lots of greed. Okay? Yes, we are shady, but we didn't kill her because we didn't want her dead. We wanted to use that to make money off of her.
$50K. That kickback that they were talking about. That's hefty.
Yep, that's crazy.
So
who had it right?
James. Yep.
Not on the black market, but pretty damn close.
Yeah. Not on the black market. Black market adjacent. Just as Jinx is leaving, Ryan comes in, and Jinx does a little snoop on these two talking. Paul tells Ryan to get rid of us. Get rid of Jinx.
How do you think that sounds, bro?
Yeah.
I would be like, well, he's only got 40 minutes left to determine what happened. So I think we just wait it out.
Just distract him? I don't know. Just maybe lock the
yeah.
doors and don't talk to him anymore. You'll probably be okay.
Right. Everyone is so willing to talk, even if they're lying to us. They don't no comment anything.
No.
But when Paul walks away, Ryan exclaims, Kyle! So, Jenks is like, now I feel like my life is in danger because he just called on the crazy kid. I have no backup and I have no mobile phone. Maybe I should be worried.
Maybe.
But instead, we walk into the woods.
The safe woods.
Yeah.
Where we've already been mugged once. So the drunk guy from earlier does show back up. He's watching the scene unfold
2 scenes.
and motions for us to join. And we find Kyle holding a girl in place with a knife to her throat. And Ryan is like pacing around them with a torch, and like everybody's wearing masks. Once again, you would see this and be like, cult.
Cult.
Immediately.
They're about to sacrifice this girl.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
And Jenks come in and he's like, what the fuck is going on? And Ryan is like, I know I really claimed hard, but we don't do tests. But now that you know we do tests, this is a physical endurance test as part of the course. What do you mean a physical endurance test? She has a knife to her throat. If she cannot endure, then the consequences are pretty damn bad.
Yeah. And he flat out accuses Simon of killing Kate here.
Right. Ryan does.
Yeah, right. Yeah, not us. Not
Which,
Jinx.
what do you mean?
Yeah. But it's interesting because it seems like Ryan thinks that, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of deflects a little suspicion off of him. And which Simon denies it. I didn't kill her. And he finally, thank God, shows us that the same tape that was used on a letter that he had closed in Ryan's office is the same tape that was on Kate's driving license, which is also the same tape that's on the back of the pub window. So now we have this tape showing up in 3 places.
And he turns it right back around on Ryan. And he's like, no. I think what happened is that Ryan was doing a boundary test on Kate by taking her license and hiding it in the lake. But when Kate looked to look for it, she fell in drunk. So he's like, it was an accident, but it was because of Ryan. And Jenks like, I don't know, that seems far-fetched. And Simon's like, you know what? I'll be right back. I have to go. Bro hops on his bike and runs.
Scoots. Simon fucking bounces. Also, Jinx says this is far-fetched, and I'm like,
no, it's not.
We know everything that Simon just claimed. We've proved that these people do in other circumstances, and like we know Kate was drinking. We know she had morphine in her system. It makes perfect sense that like if she had a reason to go to the lake,
high and drunk,
and like she fell in. It's perfectly plausible, but Jinx is not buying it. So
Jinx knows. He's put it together.
He put it together, presumably as soon as he saw the tape on the window. So he goes back and confronts Rebecca. And she finally breaks. We finally get her.
Yeah, I do. The game is amazing. I do think that her breaking is a little unearned. You know, Jenks basically calls her out on some stuff. And then she's all of a sudden confessing. And I'm like, I feel like, girl, if you just hadn't confessed, you'd be okay.
She wasn't personally present for any of this other drama that was happening out in the woods or anything with Atlas. Like, she chills at the pub the whole game and is pretty cold. She just gives like need to know information. And like, so yeah, I would agree that her just kind of fessing up here is kind of wild.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it after we finish out the story, but I think there's reasons for this and why it feels unearned.
She said that she had heard Kate and Emma arguing because she doesn't know any of the backstory. So what she took from their words was that Kate was the one that seduced her husband, slept with him. Okay, first of all, Kate seduced her husband and slept with him. Way to take all of the blame off of your husband, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then was planning to blackmail him. And she's like, no, fuck this girl. So Kate had dropped her license. And so she taped it by the lake, told Kate where it was. Kate did fall in. then she got a stick and pushed her under until she drowned.
Yeah.
So, yeah. It's really sad. She would be the one that wouldn't have a lot of suspicion on her. So she's like a good one to make do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jenks is like, bro, dude, you got the wrong girl. Like Emma's the one that was sleeping with your husband.
You killed an innocent person. I mean, innocent of
she was trying to blackmail
what you
her,
were accusing her of.
Yeah. You're right.
She didn't sleep with your husband. Yeah, so you're kind of left with like a lot of questions.
So many questions.
Like we don't get an answer or confession or anything concrete about what happened to Liam. Like you can presume that it was probably something equally fucky and messy happened with like breaking down his mental state, getting him into drugs and alcohol, and then some sort of accident or like interpersonal drama happened and he also ended up dead. But we don't find out any of that.
You don't know what happened. Yeah. The whole Rand empire, clearly there are some conspiracies going on there. And what really are they doing in Atlas?
Right.
And
where's that $50K coming from? Who is paying them to do that? Yeah. I have so many questions. So the main developer, I think this was like a really small developing team.
Yeah.
They've kind of come out and said the budget was tight and it was dwindling. And so we kind of had to wrap up the game and we had kind of maybe bigger plans written out, but we just didn't have the runway to finish it out like that. So
yeah,
kind of had to tie it off. Yeah, it really stinks because I would love to see another game, like more of this.
Yeah.
And they've expressed interest in doing a sequel, but I just don't know that the money is there. It would have to be something that would be like kickstarted and kind of crowdfunded, I think.
Yeah, he's come out and said like the workload to make a game like this is substantial. And without the funding to add more people to the team, it's just not gonna happen.
Not really feasible.
So yeah, according to Wikipedia, as of 2023, he said he's still interested in making a sequel, but does not know how to resolve the story in a satisfying way. And I'm sure does not have the budget.
Yeah.
But you told me something super exciting before we started recording.
Yeah. So Jesse and Dodger, if you're unfamiliar, they're both like longtime content creators online. And they are actively working on another full motion video game. And they were so endeared by Jenks in this game that they hired Rupert Booth, who plays Jenks, to act in their game as well, which is very fun and exciting.
Yes, that would be so cool.
I'm sure it's like, once again, the funding is not crazy, like
low budget,
working on a budget. And I think the first time I ever heard anything about this, Jesse announced it, I think in December 2023. And then about a year ago from now, he kind of posted an update and it was of Rupert. I guess they were filming some scenes for the game. So it's like, it's very much still being worked on, but it's just slow going. Yeah. These things take time. But yeah, we have that to look forward to.
Yeah.
And also, there's 2 other games that are pretty similar to this.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
One of them's called The Shape-Shifting Detective, which I think even has like maybe 1 or 2 of the same actors. That one's like really fun. And then there's one called Dr. Decker.
Dr. Decker. And
what's the full title? I can't recall. Let me check. The Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker.
Yes.
Which is like you are like a psychiatrist who is having your patients come into you, and the whole game is you just like having conversations with your patients in your office and like uncovering crazy little like mini stories and stuff that are happening in all these people's lives and stuff. It's that one's really fun.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Highly recommend this little world. Yeah.
Yeah. They're great. It's really fun. So yeah, that's Contradiction. It's a really good little comfort watch. It's all very silly.
If you enjoy theater and video games, it's kind of a perfect world of both.
It is. Yeah. It's good fun. Thank you so much for listening. This has been a really fun episode. Next time, we're going to be talking about the series Broadchurch. Talking about series 1 of that, which is, it's really good. It's got David Tennant and Olivia Colman, who are both just excellent.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So,
all right. See you then.
See you then. Many thanks to Kendall for editing our pod and for our lovely theme songs. Thank you to Cozy Snail Designs for our cozy cover art. You can support us on Patreon at patreon.com/senior detectives. We are also on Twitter at SNR_detectives, TikTok at SNR Detectives Pod, and on Instagram at Senior Detectives Pod. See you there.